Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Now, you may well be tuning in expecting a midweek 180, but there's a video of a slight difference this week because I want to introduce you to a new channel partner, the Drone Safe Store, who've just opened up a DJI Experience Centre here in Chichester. They are the UK's biggest independent retailer of DJI products, and with Christmas coming up, I thought it might be useful for me to give you 5 awesome presents that you could buy for the peddler in your life that's through that door just behind me. Should we go inside and take a look? Believe me, in there is an Aladdin's cave of goodies. Here we are inside the DJI Experience Centre here in Chichester, and I am so excited about the things we have planned. A little bit of background: I've known Mark, the owner, for a few years now, and we've talked many times about doing stuff together, but the time just hasn't been right. But we reached out again a few weeks ago, and we've come up with some very cool ideas indeed. And this is just the first of many videos, I'm sure, that we will be doing together. But with Christmas coming, I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to show you around the Experience Centre here, but also to maybe give you some ideas and some hints for possible Christmas presents, either for yourself or for your significant other, because there are some lovely things in here at a range of prices. What I'm also going to be doing is starting to use DJI kit more and more in my videos. And in the new year, we are hatching a plan for me to come here and learn to fly a drone properly. But for now, let's talk about 5 of the coolest present ideas I could think of just walking around here this morning. And we're going to start off with something to fly. This is definitely the place to come if you want to buy a drone. Now, you don't have to be an automotive YouTuber to want to buy a drone. There's a whole range of drones here and a whole range of budgets as well. But I thought with suggestion number 1, we are going to start with a drone, and we're going to start with the entry-level drone from DJI. In fact, it's the latest variant of the drone that I have at home. I have a Mini 2 at home. I don't think they make those anymore. But this is the Mini 2 SC. And the nice thing about this is it's under 250 grams. So there's a lot less hassle in terms of getting it and flying it. You need to have an operator ID, but the really cool thing about the Experience Centre here, which I guess is different than buying it on something like an online retailer, is you can come here, you can try before you buy, and the guys here will even teach you how to fly the drone properly. There's a net upstairs where you can fly inside, and they'll basically make it so that when you leave here, you can have your operator ID, which in the UK is a requirement from the CAA. You can have that all sorted, you can understand how it flies, and that means you can go away and not crash it like I did the very first time I flew my Mavic a few years ago. Flew it into a tree, cost me £500. Believe me, you don't want to do that. So that is the Mini SC, a very, very cool bit of kit. Unfurled, it looks like this. Now, you might want to still stay within the 250 grams, but have slightly more features, better camera, and that is where the drone around here comes in. Follow me. So the little SC is definitely your entry point into the world of drone flying. But the Mini 4 Pro, this is it. This is the big seller at the moment. It's still under 250 grams, but it is packed full of features. Now, a couple of things about price. First up, I am going to be able to offer a discount code. So just use Petrol Ped when you go through to buy anything online, and you will get a discount, which is very kind of the guys here at Drone Safe Store to share that with you lot. But the the SC, so they start from £309. That is your entry level drone. And then the Mini 4 Pro, I've actually got one here that's not on a stand. This is a proper bit of kit. In fact, I'm quite tempted myself. So these, there's a number of different options here. They start from £689. But if you buy the bundle that they have on offer here, which comes with this very smart carry case, and for me actually, the biggest selling thing for the bundle isn't the carry case, it's the controller, because the controller I have for my Mini 2 and the standard controller that comes with the SC is one that you clip in your smartphone, but this has the integrated screen, and that will make it a whole bunch easier to get up and flying. So that either Mini SC or Mini 4 Pro, that is my number one suggestion for a perfect Christmas present for the first drone in someone's life. Okay, second suggestion, we are still playing with drones, but we're going to go up in scale. We're going to go above 250 grams, which does bring some requirements in terms of training and certification, but that is not a problem because you can come here and the guys will walk you through all that you need to do. There's some online tests that you have to do, but you can then get into the bigger, more capable drones. One of the challenges with the smaller Mini is if the wind's quite strong or for more complex shoots, you might find that starts to reach the edges of its capability. But that's where something like this Air comes in. Look at that. So there's the Air and there's the Mavic. Now, I had a Mavic many moons ago. This is the one I crashed into a tree, and they've come on an awful long way since then. There's a lot of technical differences between these two that I won't go into too much. Basically, the Air has 2 cameras, the Mavic has 3, and the lenses on that are from Hasselblad. And my nerdy camera statistic is Hasselblad was the camera they took to the moon. So they're pretty good, really. In terms of price, we are upping the budget slightly here. So the Air starts from £959, but again, there is a pack that you can buy with the Air that is just shy of 1,400 quid. And the full-blown Mavic, well, that's now a professional drone, really, and you can spend anything from £1,879 for the entry-level Mavic all the way up to about 4,000 quid if you throw all the bells and whistles on it. So I guess these two are for the more serious drone flyer, but they are very, very capable bits of kit indeed. And this Mavic is certainly the one that in my filming with things like Vintage Voltage, I've seen professional drone pilots use that. And interestingly, Mark and I are actually using that on a shoot before Christmas. We're going to do some very, very cool things with a Mavic. So that's it. So option number 2 for presents, if you really love the person and you want to make them even more happy at Christmas, buy them an Air or a Mavic drone. Now, before we go to my third suggestion for Christmas presents, I just want to cover off the really big drones, these big professional drones. This Inspire drone behind me, that's like over 13,000 quid. But what I'm going to be doing in the new year, which I'm very excited about, I can fly a drone badly, but I've been told by Mark I am going to be turned into a drone flying ninja. I'm going to come here in the new year and we're going to document through a series of videos how to really get to grips with flying a drone properly and legally. We're going to go through all of the various legalities. There was obviously a whole bunch of stuff here in the UK. A few years ago, some idiots were flying drones near Gatwick. It shut the airport down, and that changed the approach to drone laws and drone safety quite a lot in the UK. So I want to debunk that, because there are some things you can and can't do with drones, some things that are safe and unsafe. So that's what we're going to be doing, and who knows, I might get my hand on something like that. And upstairs is a big indoor flying area where you can learn to fly in a safe environment and not crash anything. Anyway, on to number 3. What's my third suggestion for a present at Christmas? Now, I swear, Mark, the owner, we are just brothers from the same mother, because he's got exactly the same loves as me. I love all my gadgets around the photography and drones and stuff, but I am also a massive Tamiya fan. And they've just started selling Tamiya models through a separate website called voltagemodels.com. I'll put a link below. But they've got a whole range of Tamiya kits. And the really cool thing is, if you come here to the Experience Centre, they're all working, you can drive them around and play with them. But these are, especially the models, the recreation models from my childhood. They've got boxes and boxes of them here, and they've got a grasshopper, but this was when I was a kid, I had a grasshopper, but it was the Hornet that I wanted, but my dad couldn't quite stretch the budget, wouldn't let me have one of these. But now you can pick one of these up for the price of a good night out. 130, 140 pounds will get you the kit, and then if you need the controller and the batteries and so on, they can supply all of those. But yeah, it just so I actually 2 years ago now for Christmas, I said to Tracy, I'd really like a Tamiya radio control car, please, and I got a super hot shot. But yes, that's very cool. So suggestion number 3 is a radio control car for the Peddler in your life. And look, that's actually a driving thing, right? So that's a justified expense right there. Now, I often get asked what kit I use to make my videos. And I have to say, one of the best video cameras I have is my mobile phone. And that will be the case for many of you, I'm sure. And I've just upgraded to an iPhone 15 Pro Max. So this is a proper bit of kit. But there is a way of enabling this to be an even better tool for making videos and vlogs. And that is to put it on a stabilization gimbal. And DJI make one of the best in the market. This is what's called an Osmo Mobile. And it basically smooths out the video camera on your phone. And the really cool thing about these is they are not silly money. These start from £130. And it's a really, really impressive bit of kit. Now, DJI have a range of stabilization gimbals. The Osmo Mobile is their entry-level product. You can get, if you're a bit more professional, you can get into the Ronin range. Now, this is the gimbal, and then you would attach normally a nice heavy DSLR high-value camera on there, and then you can go up to the really, really big rigs that you might see sometimes people walking around at Festival of Speed, the big professional things. So my 4th suggestion is for the vlogger in your life, maybe help them upgrade their camera on their smartphone by a DJI Osmo Mobile. Now, many of you will know I am a single shooter at YouTube, which means I do everything myself. I have to either hold the camera or put the camera on a tripod. But you may well have noticed as we've been making this film, the camera's been following me around as I explore the DJI Experience Centre here in Chichester. We've seen all of my suggestions of drones and gimbals and Tamiya radio control cars. And so far we have suggested 4 possible presents. The 5th present is the one that I honestly think is a game changer for the channel and what I've used to make this film. And that is something called the Osmo Pocket 3. And it is a gimbal stabilized 4K camera. That's it. So all the filming I've been doing on here, if I just quickly flick that up and turn it on, you'll be able to see the gimbal come to life. And the really cool thing about this bit of kit is, firstly, you can hold it up and vlog with it. So if I can put it into vlog selfie mode, I can be doing this. Secondly, I can put it on a tripod, but it has face tracking. So if you see I'm starting to move around, it just basically tracks my face and gives that movement, but it also smooths everything out. So my B-roll will be crisp and smooth, silky smooth. And the other cool thing about this, which is very exciting for me, is I've always struggled up to this point to create content for shorts and reels. But all you need to do that is if you turn the little screen that way, I'm now in short and reel format rather than landscape, like that. Super, super simple. Now these start at 489, but the creator combo, which is what I'm using, is 619. And that comes with the camera itself, 2 different sizes of battery, a little pack to hold it in, and also, what you might not be able to see, is in here is the microphone. Okay? And the microphone just attaches, that's just a little magnet So you're able to make these professional quality videos, and hopefully you'll have noticed the production quality, the ability to move around, pan around, it just gives that extra edge to my video. So that is suggestion number 5. Now I'm going to put all the details below. Remember, if you use the discount code Petrol Ped, we will give you a discount on your purchase, and you'll find all the links to the Drone Safe store below, and also to voltagemodels.com as well if you're interested in your Tamiya kits. But I'm so excited about this new partnership for the channel, really excited to work with all the guys here at the Drone Safe store. And the next lot of content we're going to make is hopefully going to take the channel to another level, both in terms of production values, but also just interesting stuff. I'm really looking forward in the new year to coming back here, going upstairs to their practice nets and learning to fly a drone properly. But if you have enjoyed that, then please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. But I will see you on the next video. But for now, I'm maybe going play with the Tamiya radio control car, I think. Maybe we'll go with a lunchbox.